be safe to say that Patson Daka will play a huge part this weekend off the back of scoring 4 goals?
Well, he'll certainly be involved. I think what's really nice is, for me now as a manager, we've tried to manage the team and in particular our strikers. Jamie, keeping him fresh in Premier League games and hoping that he becomes more involved as we go into latter stages of European competition if we're lucky enough to be able to do that. But the freshness has kept him full of energy and full of goals in the Premier League. Kelechi is now a consistent performer. He'll either score goals and create goals and work very, very hard. And Patson was always one that we wanted to, give him that little bit of time to adapt to our way of working, our training, the league. And day on, day out, you see him accustomed to that. And of course, he's had an amazing week, scoring his first Premier League goal and first Zambian player to score in the Premier League. And then to score 4 goals was an incredible individual achievement. So we're in a great position in that part of the field, whatever the combination is and however we want to work it. All 3 players are in a great form and great place. So, but we have so many games that you can't tie just 1 or 2 players down to the position.
Just going back to Patson Daka, I mean, he says that he has a lot of things that he wants to improve. In your view, what is currently his biggest attribute, and what as a manager do you want him to be working on?
Well, I think his strengths are what you've seen the other night. He plays on the shoulder, wants to run in behind, and he's a natural goal scorer. You see that in him, very much like Jamie in terms of his movements. They want to go in behind, they want to stretch back lines, and then once they're in that final 25 yards of the pitch, they have confidence that they can score. And where Patson's in a great position to learn from someone like Jamie. He's watching him every day, and even without speaking, you can see that he's looking at his movements and he's learning and developing from being here and in the environment. So now that he is what he is, he's a real good guy who's his energy and life around the place. I think it typified it when he actually came in. When he actually came into Vicky and he had to do his quarantine, and he was going to be stuck indoors for 10 odd days. We had obviously the club were great in terms of asking him what he wanted in terms of tellies and all these PlayStations, whatever else in his room. He didn't want anything. He just said he would just some books. And that was him. He wanted to read. He wanted to find out about Leicester. He probably read Rodgers' book as well, maybe. But yeah, he's such a great guy and he's just so full of life. He loves being here. And I just think with time, his game is going to continually improve. And but what he has this natural ability to smell out and sniff out a goal. And you see that in his record. And that'll be proven here in the Premier League as well, I'm sure.
And as you say, things certainly going very well up front at the moment. He's a huge addition to that. But what do you feel needs to change from a defensive perspective to bring those clean sheets back?
Just time. I'm not overly concerned because I know that over the course of the season, when we'll get players back and we'll have a bit more preparation time, then we'll improve in that aspect. But we've shown over a long period of time that defensively in the main we've been very good. I think certainly at the moment, without a lot of preparation time and working on things, it's just cutting out mistakes. We were unfortunate the other night with the own goal, but the second goal we can avoid. The second goal against Man United is something that we can cut out. So I think if we can cut out the mistakes, not give goals away, then we'll be okay. And then, like I said, what we've shown from the attacking front that with that constant threat, we can score goals. And I just think we'll improve on the defensive aspect as long as we stop conceding silly goals.
And just finally for me, in terms of Brentford, we've touched on their philosophy there. They're very much playing without fear. And I think it's a case for them where they have this mentality, they have this approach, but you need results to back that up in the Premier League. Otherwise, you can start to question yourself and, well, do we need to change? The fact that they've started so well, it really does just generate that momentum, yes, in results, but in terms of them thinking, yes, this is the way we play and we can do that and succeed in the top flight, which is key for them.
Yeah, it was key for anyone. it's key for any team. I think fundamentally you have an attacking philosophy and a defending philosophy, and if you can work those together and get results, that gives you confidence. But certainly when you come out of the Championship and you've watched the level and you're coming up against players, real top level players, that's you see the difference when you do move up from the Championship, the quality that's in every single team. Even subconsciously, the teams that you think you should beat, they'll always have players in there that is of a high standard and high level. But I think they've adapted so well, and I think that's a huge testament to Thomas and his staff that to give the players that belief. And like I say, the players themselves have shown great qualities to play, and actually they've had some really good results, and they'll look to continue with that. And so that's what we know for us. We're in for a tough game, but we know when we bring our game, it can also be equally tough for the opponent.